must remember to destroy those kids after my breakfast has been eaten.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 funniest superheroes and villains. For this list, we'll be looking at superpowered characters who never fail to find our funny bone and bring a smile to our faces. Do you think you're a superhero superfan? We've got some trivia questions coming up that only a diehard fan could answer. Number 20. Hellboy. Though you may not think it to look at him, Hellboy is actually a pretty funny guy. As the offspring of a demon and a witch, this Dark Horse character has a fairly dark origin. While that's certainly made him a bit rough around the edges, that's precisely why he always elicits at least a chuckle from us.
Don't you remember? Backyard, drinking beers on the porch. We used to play guitar, man. You'd play all that hippie acoustic crap, and I'd play real music.
He's sometimes overconfident to the point of cracking witty lines right before getting punched in the face. But Hellboy's ability to take a beating like a champ and keep the smartass one-liners coming is admirable all the same.
Cigar. It was Cuban. Now you pissed me off.
His love for stogies and a nice beer also lends him an everyday man vibe we can't help but find charming. Number 19. Kate Bishop. The younger, sassier Hawkeye has been delighting us ever since she debuted in Young Avengers. Whether it be bantering with her teammates or causing her mentor grief, Kate is never afraid to say what's on her mind. And what's on her mind is usually some snarky retort that brings us instant joy.
You know, some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Yeah? Are you one of those people?
Well, one of them is, yes.
That's wonderful. Yeah, open the door, please.
However, she's intelligent and confident enough to back it up, even when she accidentally stumbles into a situation where she's clearly in over her head. Fiercely loyal and unwavering in the face of danger, Kate often cheekily refers to herself as the better Hawkeye. We're not sure if her skills surpass the original, but with her wit and charm, we can definitely say we'd rather have her as a friend.
He's my partner.
We're not partners.
Well, we're friends / partners.
I wouldn't really describe us as friends.
Number 18. Plastic Man. Like Marvel's Mr. Fantastic, DC's Plastic Man can stretch and bend his body in all manner of shapes, but he takes things far less seriously than Reed Richards. Created by cartoonist Jack Cole, this hero has always had a comedic nature to him.
The lock is impenetrable, and the guards don't have an access key.
Hey, look! I found the key.
The always carefree Patrick Eel O'Brien prefers to walk through life with a humorous attitude and a giant goofy smile on his face. Seeing what wild and wacky shape he'll twist his body into next is definitely part of his charm. This might catch his enemies off guard, as he's also surprisingly powerful for such a silly character. No matter what form he takes, however, his slapstick style of superheroing is a delight to watch.
On my way, pal. Just a slight delay, Bats. Oh boy, this is not happening. This is not happening!
Trivia time! In addition to Joker, what other character does Alan Tudyk voice in the Harley Quinn animated series? King Shark? Clayface? Dr. Psycho? Or Kite Man? Stay tuned to the end of the video for the answer. Let us know in the comments who you think it is. Number 17. Lobo. A psychopathic alien bounty hunter may not sound like much of a laugh, but Lobo will surprise you.
Finally, I've been trying to get in touch with you all day.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. My card. The name's Lobo.
Nicknamed the Main Man, Lobo is definitely not someone whose bad side you ever want to experience. In his native tongue, His name translates to, quote, "He who devours your entrails and thoroughly enjoys it." Never one to shy away from a good fight, or getting drunk after one, Lobo certainly knows how to have a good time. While he began as a villain, he was reinvented in the 90s as a parody of gritty anti-heroes.
Did you just say Craptown?
No, I said
Craptown! You make me laugh, man. He's from Craptown. You're funny, man.
This reinvention not only gave him more staying power by making him more interesting, but it also brought edgy humor that fans still can't get enough of. Number 16. Static. When a character was inspired by Spider-Man, you know he's gotta be pretty funny. Virgil Hawkins never wastes an opportunity to crack a joke while flying around as the electrified hero Static.
See? A bang baby!
Don't tell me you're scared of a baby.
Me? No, I'm just running for the exercise, but you might want to show a little concern here.
But he's got more than his sense of humor in common with Peter Parker. Virgil grew up being tormented at school for his vast intelligence and love of all things nerdy. But this struggle helped him develop a sharp wit that he unleashes whenever he sees fit.
I don't believe we've been introduced.
I'm nefarious.
You're nefarious?
I'm nefarious. It's my name. It means many forms.
Bro, I go to public school. Latin's an elective.
Static's humor has made him popular with readers, viewers, and heroes alike. He has plenty of superpowered allies in his own world, but he's also teamed up with the Teen Titans and the Justice League. Number 15. The Mask. In 1994, Jim Carrey brought this twisted Dark Horse character to life with his signature over-the-top humor.
We have a giraffe! There you go, son. Now get out of here. You're bothering me.
Anyone who wears the mask of Loki is granted the trickster god's chaotic powers. The film version used it to find love, make fools out of the police, and stop a violent crime boss, all while making us howl with laughter in the process.
Somebody stop me!
The source material is quite a bit different. Much darker in tone and sadistic in its violence, the mask here severely diminishes the wearer's mental stability. It's the very definition of dark comedy, and you're never sure what kind of hysterically disturbing stunt he'll pull next. Regardless of which version you prefer, the mask is always funny.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Number 14. Iron Man. Tony Stark has always been a cocky character, though it wasn't until Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal that the cockiness was paired with an undeniable charm.
I feel like you're driving me to a court-martial. This is crazy. What did I do? I feel like you're gonna pull over and snuff me. What, you're not allowed to talk?
A sarcastic charm, but charm nonetheless. Tony always has a quip or snarky line in the chamber, ready to fire away at an enemy's ego.
It means get lost, Squidward.
He exhausts me. Bring me the stone.
The fact that he can keep it up even in the most dire of circumstances just makes us love him more. Although he's never been the same level of jokester in the comics, more recent runs have followed in the film version's footsteps.
That's not a hug, I'm just grabbing the door for you. We're not there yet.
Bye.
We've loved following up with his on-page adventures and seeing him change to reflect the on-screen adaptation, as it has definitely been for the better. Number 13. Human Torch. Every superpowered team needs some comedic relief. Some are lucky to have more than one person that fits the bill. But for the Fantastic Four, it's the Human Torch.
You are trouble.
Trouble is my middle name.
Oh, you're hot.
Why, thank you, so are you. And I'm not afraid to cry.
Although he can be hot-headed in more ways than one, this confident extrovert is so likable, he can draw just about anyone in. This is true in just about every incarnation we've seen of Johnny Storm. But in his live-action portrayal, Chris Evans really turned up the charm, so we had no choice but to find him endearing.
Now picture that, but everywhere. It was everywhere. What?
Johnny's banter and chemistry with his teammates has made for some of the most delightful moments in the Fantastic Four's history. He certainly knows how to have fun, no matter the situation. Number 12. Star-Lord. The Guardians of the Galaxy have several funny members. We adore Rocket's angry comedic rants as much as the next fan.
That's a fake laugh.
It's real!
Totally fake.
That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life because that is not a plan.
It's barely a concept.
You're taking their side?
I am Groot.
So what? It's better than 11%. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
It's the group's leader, however, who's won us over through his pop culture references and outgoing personality. Never letting go of things he loved as a kid, Peter Quill is sure he's the coolest guy in the galaxy. In reality, he's a huge dork whose 1980s flair always makes us laugh.
Quill, are you making your voice deeper?
No, you are. You're imitating the God-Man. It's weird.
No, I'm not.
He just did it again.
This is my voice.
A thief with a heart of gold, Star-Lord's characterization reminds us of Han Solo, just not quite as suave. Chris Pratt's performance in the role turned him into a movie star. With a character this lovable, it's easy to see why. Number 11. Freakazoid. The internet has always been a wild place, even in the 1990s. When young Dexter Douglas was sucked into his computer, he gained all the knowledge of the internet along with your standard superheroic traits. This makes his superhero alter ego practically psychotic, displaying all manner of wacky behavior.
Low bridge, everybody down. Low bridge, cave guy's underwear is brown. Brown, brown. It looks like he's got the cooties, ootie.
Luckily, it also makes him hysterically funny, and resulted in one of the more unique superhero cartoons of the time. Viewers never know what zany thing was going to come out of Freakazoid's mouth next, or what unusual plan he'd come up with.
So, any questions about the show?
You're very popular in a number of state institutions.
Thanks. That's, different of you to say. This has been a real ego boost.
But his unpredictable nature and eccentric characterization is what left us in stitches every episode. Number 10. The Flash. Marvel has plenty of quick-witted, snappy quipsters, but DC isn't without its fair share. Though there have been several characters to use the Flash mantle, Barry Allen has become the most well-known for a reason.
I know you have abilities. I just don't know what they are.
My special skills include viola, web design, fluent in sign language, gorilla sign language.
Characterized by a supreme love of science, he's one of the biggest nerds in the DC universe. And we believe the bigger the nerd, the more charming the character. As the Flash, Barry's brain moves a mile a minute, not just with his powers, but with how quickly he can make us laugh with a well-timed joke.
What the hell is this?
I'm asking myself the same question. Literally. No, this can't be happening. What are you doing here?
Well, I'll tell you that when you tell me where here is.
His social life is usually in shambles due to a heavy helping of awkwardness, and how, despite his powers, he's often running late. But we'll always accept him for who he is. Number 9. Harley Quinn. Although she began as the Joker's sidekick and love interest, Harley Quinn has grown to be so much more than a supporting character.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Had to go number 2.
Good to know.
There have been times where her level of insanity have matched that of even Mr. J. Unpredictable, a bit twisted, highly intelligent, and undeniably hilarious, Harley has only grown funnier over recent years. This characterization has been maintained through a variety of comic book appearances, but we also have 2 incredible performances to thank for bringing Harley to more viewers. Margot Robbie in the DCEU and Kaylee Cuoco on the animated series.
I'm telling you, that is him, just without his puke green hair and bleached white skin.
And maniacal laugh, bloodlust in his eyes, and fire engine red lips.
No, that was lipstick. He always stole mine. Ugh, it was so annoying. Like, hello, you can murder a family, but you're afraid to buy makeup on your own?
Both incarnations have built on Harley's proclivity towards violence and off-the-walls personality in genius ways. Number 8. Megamind. This DreamWorks animated film has one of the funniest supervillains committed to screen. Growing up believing the only thing he was good at was being bad, Megamind devoted his life to crime.
You're so predictable.
Predictable? Predictable? Oh, you call this predictable?
You're alligators, yes.
That is, until he seemingly defeated his arch-nemesis, Metro Man. The villain's journey of self-discovery is packed with terrific humor. While the jokes fly just as high as the movie's characters, it wouldn't be the same without Will Ferrell in the lead role, whose voice work brings the character to life.
What happens when Roxanne finds out who you really are?
She will never find out. That's the point of lying. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I'd think this was your first day of being evil.
Whether he's stroking his own massive ego or coming to terms with his true nature, Megamind's humor shows he's anything but bad. Number 7. Squirrel Girl. While she hasn't quite broken into the mainstream yet, none of us should discount Squirrel Girl.
I'm your friendly neighborhood squirrel girl.
Did you not hear a word Wait, friendly neighborhood? That's my catchphrase!
We aren't just talking about her power levels. Those squirrel-themed powers and the skill to communicate with the little critters is undoubtedly humorous. Doreen Green's perky personality goes hand in hand with her abilities. She's never one to shy away from, well, anything if we're being honest. She bounces around like she has a limitless supply of caffeine. This high energy has made her a blessing of comedic timing in the comics, as well as multiple animated appearances.
Looks like it's time for two legendary heroes, Ms. Marvel and Squirrel Girl! Let's get noise! And something about stretchy powers. It'll come to me.
One day, we'll get her in the MCU, and everyone will learn how amusing she can be. But for now, we'll just have to champion her here.
Sweet Spanish almonds! He's gonna read our text messages! Or something else that's nefarious.
It's time for more trivia. Since 2018, Yuri Lowenthal has voiced Spider-Man in all PlayStation games except Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order, Spider-Man Unlimited, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, or Marvel's Avengers. Do you think you know it? We'll have the answer at the end of the video. Number 6. Beast Boy. The idea of a character who can turn into any animal has led to some pretty terrifying moments. But we're grateful that Beast Boy greets any situation with a carefree delight.
Please tell me this isn't another ridiculous prank. Okay, it's not a ridiculous prank. It's a brilliant one.
Like Squirrel Girl, Beast Boy has a seemingly endless supply of energy and jokes. Even if it isn't called for or appropriate, Beast Boy will always take the humorous path above all others. This nature has led to his teammates deeming him too immature and even a bit dim.
That's 7 layers of flavors, yo! But you knows what? I loves my Ray more.
Are you sure? You better check each layer.
I don't know, dude. I'm not feeling so good.
But his choice to focus on the lighthearted side of life is actually admirable, especially when paired with how kind he's been shown to be. Number 5. The Tick. Whether it be in his comics, the animated show, or his live-action adaptations, the Tick never fails to make us laugh until our sides hurt.
We must choose battle cries. You know, the cries we always emit just before leaping into battle?
Oh, you mean like, not in the face, not in the face?
Lacks force, chum. No, more like, spoon!
While his origin has changed over the years, one thing has remained constant. He has no memory of his life before becoming the Tick. As a parody of superheroes, his hunger for justice combined with incredible naivety has made him one of the funniest comic creations of all time.
I'm over here answering our destiny. Come on over. It's good. It's warm. It's like the inside of bread.
I'm not gonna get inside of bread with you. Do you understand that?
Not really.
Like a child, the Tick finds joy in nearly anything because he's ignorant about almost everything. Silly, over the top, and simple-minded, he's ridiculous, and that's why we love him. Number 4. Booster Gold. Let's be honest, Booster Gold is kind of selfish and has been shown to be a nuisance to some other DC heroes. However, since we don't have to deal with his shenanigans, we find that endlessly entertaining.
Those dicks put me here as a joke! They did. No, they didn't. No. I've been played. I got played. Mike. Oh my God, I'm gonna break something. Mike.
Michael Carter traveled to the current DC timeline from the 25th century, presenting himself as a superhero to earn glory and fame. And while life events put things into perspective for him, he's never really lost his showboat nature. He often fails to live up to the superhero image he claims to uphold due to his tendency to look out for himself.
Today, I'm going for the gold. You get it?
Booster Gold.
I got one! I just flipped Batman!
But his self-absorption is usually played up for comedic effect. And in our opinion, it always works. Number 3. The Joker. Batman's rogues gallery is full of eccentric characters, though none of them can hold a candle to the Joker.
Half the fun of our relationship was the mystery. Now I know Batman is just some boring rich asshole with parental issues.
That's really reductive.
Although a lot of his appearances are certainly sadistic and shocking, we can't help but laugh at his pitch-black jokes. If we ever had the misfortune of meeting him in real life, we'd be shaking from fear. But on paper and on screens, we're always excited to see what manner of humorous cruelty he'll come up with next. Whether it's through Mark Hamill's incredible voice work, Heath Ledger's charismatic portrayal in The Dark Knight, Cesar Romero's performance in the campy 60s television series, or Jack Nicholson's emphasis on theatricality, the Joker definitely lives up to his name.
Antoine got a little hot under the collar. You're crazy. Haven't you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
Number 2. Spider-Man. Not only was Spider-Man one of the first superheroes to display a sense of humor, he actually uses it as a viable strategy for fighting crime.
What's up, guys? You forget your PIN number?
Whoa, you're the Avengers! What are you guys doing here?
Thor, Hulk. Good to finally meet you guys.
Sure, landing a stinger on a regular crook helps to make their defeat hurt just a little more. But for supervillains, Spider-Man's jests and jokes are annoyances that can make them lash out without thinking, giving Spidey an advantage. Additionally, it's one of his most endearing qualities.
This stuff coming out of you?
That would explain the rigidity-flexibility ratio, which, gotta say, that's awesome.
I don't know if you've been in a fight before, but there's usually not this much talking.
All right, sorry, my bad.
Spider-Man has always been great at showing how a character would balance a normal life with a superhero one. And if he didn't know how to poke fun at his struggles, he probably wouldn't be nearly as popular as he is. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Deadpool. No matter what form of media he appears in, Deadpool is the uncontested king of comedy among superheroes and villains.
Now, I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s. Dad?
Sarcastic, unflinching, and surprisingly quick-witted despite his childish behavior, Wade Wilson has become one of Marvel's most beloved characters. While he's always been deserving of our love, it wasn't until the pitch-perfect casting of Ryan Reynolds that the character hit the mainstream.
Woo! Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees. Totally impractical, they all do it.
We'd be hard-pressed to find a more flawless pairing of actor and character. The snark makes him funny, but his ability to shatter the fourth wall into a million pieces has made him legendary. Deadpool is a beautiful blend of violence and chaos, and we wouldn't change a single thing about him.
Come quietly, or there will be trouble.
You stole that from RoboCop.
RoboCop, just stand down. You're embarrassing me. Look, fire. Oh my God. I can't say it. I'm so sorry.
What other character does Alan Tudyk voice in the Harley Quinn animated series? If you guessed Clayface, then you were right. Since 2018, Yuri Lowenthal has voiced Spider-Man in all PlayStation games except... The correct answer is Marvel's Avengers.